everyone, this is Nicole, and today we're going to talk about Animal Kingdom Lodge. I'm going to give a review on our stay. So first, let's go over a little history. Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House was opened in April of 2001. There are two buildings to Animal Kingdom Lodge. The first one is Jumbo House, and the second one is Kidani Village. Kidani Village is only villas. Jumbo House has hotel room, villas, and club level rooms. We stayed at Jumbo House. Jumbo House has 1,293 rooms. The hotel rooms are located on the 2nd through 4th floors. The 5th and 6th floors are for villas and for club level. So the price range for Animal Kingdom Lodge is between $343 to $838 per night per room, depending on your season. Also, it depends on your room category. So for instance, for us, we travel during the value season, which is in the summer. We get the standard view room, and that's on the low end of the price. So the room categories are standard view rooms, pool view rooms, and Savannah view rooms. Some of the standard view rooms do look out onto the Savannah. Others will look out onto a rooftop or a parking lot. Depending on which trail your room is located and you have a standard view room, you might actually have a Savannah view room. So Jumbo House has 4 wings. The first wing is called Giraffe Trail. The second is Ostrich Trail. Third is Zebra Trail. And the 4th is Kudu Trail. Zebra Trail is a little bit more easier to be on, only because you could just take the elevator straight down to the ground floor to where the pool is and to where the quick service, counter service restaurant is. So let's talk about the restaurants. Jumbo House has 3 restaurants. The first one is called Boma. The second one is called Jiko, the cooking place. And the third one is called the Mara. Jiko, the cooking place, is a signature dining, which means if you're on the dining plan, you have to use 2 credits. Or if you're paying out of pocket, it's gonna be well over $100 per person. We're hoping to try it for our next trip or a couple of trips. We would like to try it. Maybe me and my husband could do it, during a date night. So Boma is a buffet. So Boma's prices was, and I'm gonna look this up on my phone, is for breakfast it's $25 per adult and $14 for kids. For dinner it is $43 per adult and $24 per kid. Kid is considered ages 3 to 9. So babies and up to age 3 are free to eat at Disney. So it is a buffet, so it's all you can eat. The food is very good. We've eaten there for both dinner and breakfast. Breakfast is your standard buffet, has your pancakes, your French toast, grits, oatmeal, bacon, sausages, anything you want for breakfast. And they also have the Mickey waffles, omelets, you name it, it's there. Fresh fruit, it's there. Think you should try it at least one time on your trip. We love it. We're gonna continue to go to Boma for breakfast and dinner. If you're going for breakfast, I advise you to try the Jungle Juice. The Jungle Juice is so tasty. It's not tangy. It's not that sweet. It's not that tart. It's just really, really good. What's in it is orange juice, mango juice, and passion fruit. It's very, very good. You can also get that drink at Tusker's house in Animal Kingdom. So dinner is also a buffet. It's on the more African flavoring, but they do have your standards. They have the standards for the kids part, where it's chicken nuggets, macaroni and cheese. My family is very picky. We are not adventurous eaters. So for us to try Boma for dinner was a huge jump for us. And we loved it. It's not too spicy. It's just right. They had from carving meats, prime rib was delicious. They had sweet potatoes, they had couscous, they had it. Salads, pastries. They also have desserts. They had the Mickey Dome, which is something that we don't like per se because we don't like liquor in our desserts, but it is something you should try. Some people like it, some people don't. So it's well worth the money. I advise that you should try Boma for breakfast and dinner. You won't regret it at all. I feel that after eating at a lot of restaurants on Disney property, Boma is one of the highest, well-deserved restaurant. The food is just good. It's just excellent. So the Mora is a quick service, counter service, which is where you just go up, you order your pizza, you order your burger. At dinner time, they have special platters, barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, oven fried chicken, stuff like that. They also do have the burgers, the pizzas, salads. Also have a bakery. In the bakery, there is the cupcakes, brownies, cookies, croissants. Right next to the bakery area, a little section where you have the fresh fruits, bananas, apples, oranges. They also have, little single-use cereals, Cheerios, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Flakes, stuff like that. Along with chips and candy and cookies and cotton candy, that's all there. On the opposite side of that is the cooler, where one cooler has the pre-made salad sandwiches, so that's there. Also, they have the juices, waters, sodas that come with the meal. So if you're on the dining plan, you will receive one of these mugs. It's the refillable mugs. There is a refillable soda machine there. You could go as much as you want to refill your mug. The mug is for the length of your stay. If you're not on the dining plan, you can also purchase this cup. It is, I believe, about $20 with tax, but it does go for the length of your stay. So let's talk about the savannas. There are 3 savannas. The first one is Arusha, the second one is Uzuma, and the third one is Sunset. Sunset and Uzuma savannas, some of the rooms do look off to those 2 savannas. And there's also rooms that look onto Arusha Savannah. Arusha Savannah is the main savannah. Once you come into the lobby, and you'll see the floor-to-ceiling beautiful windows that overlooks Savannah Outlook, which is the Arusha Outlook. And you don't have to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge to go onto that savannah. So if your room is looking out onto one of the savannas, you will be in a certain trail. So the Kadu Trail, the rooms look off onto the Sunset Savannah and Arusha Savannah. For Zebra Trail, your room could be either the Arusha Savannah or the Uzuma Savannah or a pool view or even a rooftop. For the Giraffe Trail, your rooms will either look out onto a rooftop, a pool view, or a parking lot. And for the Ostrich Trail, the rooms could be either for Sunset Savannah or a parking lot. So in the main lobby, once you walk in, you'll see African artifacts. There are cast members that's just walking around that just will come up to you and ask you if you have any questions. They are very knowledgeable. I advise that, if you're gonna come stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, or if you just want to check it out, see how it looks, and you're just curious, I advise that you should talk to one of the cast members because they're very knowledgeable. The ones that we have talked to, they are actually from Africa, and they explain some of the artifacts that's in the lobby. Also, there was a couple of cast members from Africa that was on the Arusha Savannah Outlook, and one of the ladies was very friendly. She came up, my little girls were talking about one of the animals, and she came up and she was talking to the kids and she was making them laugh, and but at the same time she was teaching them a little couple of things about Africa and what you could see on the savannah in Africa. So it's If you want to go somewhere and also teach your kids about certain cultures, Animal Kingdom Lodge is that best place. So in the lobby, there is the front desk. You could check in there if you didn't get a text from Disney saying what your room number is. You also could go to concierge desk and they will help you with getting tickets if you need extra tickets, or if you have a question about your bill, or if you have a question regarding, or you need to change how many people are going to go to the restaurant, they're there to help you. Also, there's bell service. If your room is not ready when you check in and you don't want to luggage around the whole resort while you just waiting for your room, you could drop it off at bell service. Bell service will hold your luggage. Once your room is ready, they can bring your luggage to your room, but there is a price for that, along with you needing to tip the bell service also. If your room is already ready and you just want to just get your luggage on your own, you could also do that and bring it to the room on your own without needing to pay bell service or give a tip. Right next to bell service is the airline check-in. Disney allows you to check in for your airline. It's only certain airlines, not all the airlines. At the airline check-in, they will check you in for your flight. They will print out your boarding passes. If you're taking the Magical Express, they will print out the letter stating what time you need to be at the bus stop for the Magical Express to bring you back to Orlando International Airport, along with your boarding passes. You have to keep in mind that if you don't want to check in your luggage, they can still print out your boarding pass. So the airline check-in is only open between 5 a.m. or a little bit earlier to about 11:30 noonish. They're not open all day. They're only there for the morning times to check people in to their flights. And that's only because checkout is at 11 a.m. So there's also plenty of seating in the lobby. If you just want to sit and relax and take in the atmosphere in the lobby, you can also do that. They will not rush you out of the lobby. They will not tell you you have to go. So Jumbo House has a marketplace store. In this marketplace store, you will find Animal Kingdom Lodge merchandise. You will also find Spirit jerseys, like similar to this one. You got the Purple Passion, Kid Spirit jerseys. They have the mini ears. They have towels, bags, pens, games, whatever you're looking for, they have it in it. They also have, if you're needing another swimsuit, they have that. They also have in a little area, if you need swim diapers, they also have that. They have toiletry stuff if you forget or if you need another one, they have it. So they also have a little convenience store area at the back of the store. In this convenience store area, they'll have like frozen food that if you're staying in one of the villas and you have a microwave or you have a full range, you can heat up food there. They also have gallons of milk and half a gallon of milk. They have water bottles and 2-liter sodas. They also have big bags of chips, the Intamin donuts and cookies and cakes. They have Lunchables. So it's all in that area if you're staying in the villa or even if you're staying in one of the hotel rooms. Each room has a refrigerator and it is big enough to put a half a gallon of milk in it. It's not big enough to put a gallon of milk. So Jumbo House has 3 fireplaces. The first one is in the lobby. That's off to the side. And the other 2 are off on the outlook on the Arusha Savannah. So the first one that's in the lobby, it's really a fire pit, but it's a fireplace. It has rocking chairs all around it, and you could just sit there and rock and listen to the music that's playing in the lobby. That's very soothing, very relaxing. Ayana, the day we was checking out, was actually sitting in one of the chairs and just fell asleep. It's that relaxing there. So the second one is the fire pit that's right outside the door. Once you go out onto the Arusha Savannah, there's a little fire pit that's there. It has rocking chairs all around it. And for that little fire pit, it's mainly for the campfire stories. We haven't participated in that one only because we're still at the park during those times. So it's something that we want to try. The last fire pit is further onto the Outlook, and that one is for campfire roasted marshmallows. Me and Ayana wasn't able to do that due to Ayana being sick, but my husband and my stepdaughter Tati did try it and they loved it. They do provide a stick and marshmallows. If you like the whole kit, the chocolate, the graham cracker, the marshmallows, and a stick, you can purchase that in the Marketplace store. And that's about $10, I believe, or a little bit more. So there's other activities at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House. And there's also activities at Kidani, but we're going to focus on Jumbo House. A couple of activities was medallion rubbing. It's the medallion that's when you first walk into the lobby, you'll see this silver big medallion on the floor. There the cast members will give the kids a piece of paper and a pencil, and you just put it on the medallion and you just rub it. There's also face painting, cookie decorating, and there's certain times of the day there's a cast member that comes into the lobby with a basket of food for the animals. And it's mainly like the leaves and stuff like that that the giraffes eat. Have a little cage that the kids will put the little green leaves and grass and stuff in it. And then the cast member will close it, and then they will take it out onto the savannah. And they will hang it in a tree so that the giraffes can eat it. Also, they had the drumming. The drumming is where the cast members come out and they have the African drums and they have the drumming session. They also do the drumming session with kids. The kids will learn how to do the drums and make all kinds of music with the drums. So that was really nice. The cast members did ask the kids and they were not feeling that. So, my kids love the pool. They don't want to do nothing else but go into the pool. So that's what they did. So if you're looking and wanting to do the activities, you do not have to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge to participate in activity. All you have to do is just go into the lobby and ask one of the cast members for an activity sheet. And they will be happy to give it to you, and you can look and see, what time of the day is the next activity. So there's also poolside activities. The kids did do this one. It was one of the days we was at the pool during the day. Participated in the ring toss and the hula hoop contest. And then they had some other little contests to do, by the pool. So since we're talking about the pool is a 0 entry pool. There's also a poolside. There's also a baby pool and 2 hot tubs. The hot tubs are off to the side and they are gated. The poolside was a big hit with the big kids. There are plenty of lifeguards on staff at the pool. Also, the pool has swim vests. If you forget to bring your swim vest for your kids, or if you just don't want to bring it, they do provide that for free. We didn't use the swim vest because I already had one for Ayana, and it was just easy just to pack that and bring it with us. But there are plenty of vests there. At nighttime by the pool, there are movies under the stars where they take the lounge chairs and put it by this inflatable screen and play Disney movies every night. So there's plenty of seating around the pool. The 0 entry part of the pool do have lounge chairs. I think there's like 4 rows, and those get taken really fast. Only because, the 0 entry part is just easier to get in and out the pool. But on both sides going around the pool, there are plenty of seating. Some of those seats do have umbrellas to keep out the sun. It's really hard to come by those lounge chairs. So my advice to you is, if you're going to have a pool day and you know that you're gonna be in a pool during the day, I suggest that you go early to the pool and get your seats, so that way you won't have to have a problem getting anything in the shade. You cannot hold your beach chairs. If you're not there in the pool or sitting in that beach chair, you cannot hold it. A lot of people do try to hold their beach chairs, but Disney do have cast members that will come and remove the towels from that chair to let other people use the chair. Disney do provide towels for the pool. Before you go into the pool area, there is a holder that has just, all the towels for you to use at the pool. It's free of charge, so you don't necessarily have to bring a towel from your room or your own beach towels. They do provide that. Not all the resorts have that, just the deluxe and moderates. The values hotels, you do have to bring either a towel from your room or bring your own beach towel. So let's talk about transportation. Disney does provide transportation to and from Orlando International Airport, also to and from the parks if you're staying at one of their resorts. So for Animal Kingdom Lodge, it does have its own buses. You do not share it with any other resort. So when you're heading to the park, a bus stop that you will have to go to catch these buses, and it's right outside the lobby going down a hill. Depending on when you go, how crowded it is, the buses are either right there, very quick, don't have to wait no more than 5, maybe 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes to maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It all depends. When we went, it was a very low season. It wasn't all that crowded at all. It was the value season. So we waited for a bus maybe 4 or 5 minutes. It wasn't long at all. So when we first decided we was going to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge in 2017, I looked up reviews and I saw that a lot of complaints was for the buses. People were saying that the parks are just way too far. It was like 45 minutes to 50 minutes trying to get to Magic Kingdom, which is the furthest park, and about 30 minutes just to get to any other park. So I decided that both in 2017 and 2018, I was going to time the buses. So keep in mind, when we went, it was during late summer, the end of August. So, keep in mind, the crowd level is not that high during that time. Now, whenever we do go back, it's going to be around the same time, but the crowd level is going to be a little bit higher only because Galaxy Edge has opened. So for 2017-2018, to go to Magic Kingdom, from the minute we got on the bus at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House, to we got to the bus loop in Magic Kingdom and getting off the bus, it was actually 23 minutes. And that's with traffic first thing in the morning when the park opened. And it's also when park closed. We didn't miss the bus in 2017. Usually, with the wheelchair, they'll only accept 2 wheelchairs, and then you'll have to wait for the next bus. My mom is using the wheelchair. So this in 2017, we did not have to wait for a bus. So that put us at 23 minutes to get back to Animal Kingdom Lodge, Jumbo House. In 2018, we did have to let one of the buses go, only because they already had 2 wheelchairs on. So that took off a little bit of time for waiting for the bus, but it wasn't a long wait at all. There was literally another bus waiting, but going back to the hotel, it was just 23 minutes. So Epcot, we didn't go when park opened, but we did get there like around 9:30 in the morning. Our first fast pass was at 10 o'clock. So the park was already open at that time. So the wait was very short to get the bus. It was only 15 minutes. The same thing for Disney Springs. It was only a 15-minute bus ride to Disney Springs. So Hollywood Studios was only 5 minutes. bus ride. And that was from the time we got on the bus to the time we got off of it at the bus loop. Now what Hollywood Studios have changed their bus loop. It might be a little bit longer. It might not. I'm not too sure. For our next trip, I will time that and I'll let you guys know. Now, going to Animal Kingdom. Even though Animal Kingdom is right there, literally you do have to take a bus. You cannot walk it. There's a road that separates both Animal Kingdom Lodge and Animal Kingdom. So you have no other choice but to take the bus. And that bus ride was only 3 minutes from the time you got on to the time you got off. So the other transportation that Disney does have on property is the Mears Cab Service, which is right outside the lobby of each resort. There's also the minivans. The minivans is something that you will have to use through your Lyft app. Now the minivans do cost a lot. When we went and used it in 2018, it was before the price change. And that was only $25 from Polynesian Resort to Animal Kingdom Lodge. Now it's higher. So, it's your choice. You could also use a regular Lyft or an Uber for cheaper. So going to your room, you do have to walk down these long wing halls. These halls are very long. Depending on where your room is located, you could be walking, I say, up to about 4 minutes. For us, we're New Yorkers, so we're used to walking. The walk isn't bad for us. My mom, who has a bad knee, she has to use the wheelchair, to get around. She can't really walk that well on this knee. So with her, if she didn't have the wheelchair, it would take her a little bit longer. So, if you don't have a wheelchair and you're going to need it, I advise you to get that wheelchair. So that way you could get to your room and not you have to stop all the time and sit down and rest up before you go to your room. So let's talk about the rooms. So the rooms are a good size. They are 344 square feet. So in 2017 we had a 2 queen size beds room. It was a standard view on the zebra trail looking on to Uzuma Savannah. The room is very spacious. We never felt cramped at all. It was just 4 of us. When you walk into the room, they have the curtains just open and you just look right out onto the savannah. There was never a time we didn't see any animals. There was a tree that was like off to the side off the balcony, and always see the giraffes. The giraffe will always go to that tree, get its food, and it'll just linger around right over there. You are close enough to the animals to not be like, okay, they're too far away, I can't see. You are close enough, but you're not that close to touch. Also, there are like invisible fences, so that way the animals can't come close to the balconies. You cannot throw food off your balconies to the animals. So being on the balcony, it never smelled like animals at all. I remember a time when my mom was looking into buying DVC, which is the Disney Vacation Club membership. And she was looking at Animal Kingdom Lodge because that was available at that time. And I remember me and my daughter Marissa asking the cast member, why would we want to stay on a savannah where you're going to always smell animals? And his exact words, and I will never forget it, it's Disney magic. And it's true. You do not smell any animals. I do not know what Disney does, but you do not smell them at all. Even if you're at Animal Kingdom and you go on their safari ride, you do not smell the animals, and you're literally arm's length from the animals. There was one time we was on the ride and a giraffe was so close to the car that literally you took your hand out, you would be touching the giraffe, and it doesn't smell at all. And this is why we love Disney. So in the room, there's either a 40-inch TV or 45. There's also a table and 2 chairs, and there's a nightstand between the 2 queen-size beds. Now, with the old renovated room, there wasn't a lot of outlets. Now that the rooms are renovated, I saw a video and even some pictures that there are more outlets. But for 2018, we literally had to search for outlets. There was one outlet that was behind the nightstand, and we had to literally pull out the nightstand in order to plug in the phones. There was another outlet that's over by the table, but it was really out of reach. The other outlets, there were 4 outlets that was in the bathroom vanity area. And that's where we plugged in our phone, our cameras, the computer. Like, we had to plug it in right there. So in 2018, we had a room again on the zebra trail looking off to the Uzuma Savannah. The only thing with this room, because it was all the way down the hole, we didn't have like a great view to see the giraffes. So, but we saw other little animals, as you see in the picture. But they were in their own little savannah gate. In the morning times, you did see the giraffes. On one side of the gate, as you see, the giraffes would just go walk to this gate and just line up and wait for the cast member to open the gate so they could walk through to go to the care center. So that way the cast members could check them and make sure they're doing okay. And then in 2018, we had a queen size bed and a bunk bed. The bunk bed the kids loved. They love to have their own bed, their own space. The beds are very comfortable. They're very plush. The sheets are very, very soft feel. The rooms were clean. When I travel to Disney or to any other hotel, I call in and let them know I'm traveling with a person that is severely allergic to dust and other airborne allergens. And then also, because my daughter is severely allergic to peanuts and tree nuts, the room has to be aired out. It has to be specially clean, because you don't know, the previous person ate peanuts or had peanuts or whatever, or even peanut butter. So with that, they specially clean the room, which means they shampoo the carpet daily. They dust very well. Even though they're supposed to dust, I've noticed before we was traveling with my daughter who has the allergies, they dust, but they didn't dust. So, I don't want to come into any contact with the dust and then she has allergic reaction. So they do that. They have special sheets. They clean the sheets specially, and they have special towels. And this is why I mainly love Disney, because they go over and beyond what they need to do for a person that, has severe allergies. So now that they did the renovating of the rooms, there's no carpet, which is a huge plus. So there is a mini fridge and a coffee maker. These old rooms had a mini fridge that sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. In 2017, it did work. I was able to put Ayana's milk in there, and she was fine. The milk was fine. In 2018, that refrigerator did not work, and I didn't call maintenance to come and fix it or anything, only because Ayana doesn't drink any milk like that anymore. Now that she has an allergen to milk, she doesn't drink milk. So, we didn't really need it. Anytime we got something to drink and brought it back to the room, we'll just go to the ice maker and get some ice and the bucket of ice, and then just put our drinks in the ice. And that kept it cold. The coffee maker was the old coffee makers. It was Mr. Coffee, I believe it was. So I never tried that. I'm the only one that drinks coffee. I don't per se like using hotel coffee makers, only because I'm not too sure if it's really cleaned inside like that, so I don't touch it. But now with the new rooms, there is a Keurig, so I'm curious on trying that one. So the bathroom area has 2 sinks, which is really good and helpful. 2 people could brush their teeth, get ready in the morning time. The lighting was okay. It could have been better, but it was okay. There is a floor length mirror so that you could check yourself out in the morning times or before you leave or whatever. And then there's the tub, shower, and toilet room. That room is very tiny. In order to go in there and close the door, you literally have to put yourself between the tub and the toilet to close the door. When you're leaving the bathroom, you still have to do the same thing. It's very, very tiny. I do know now that with the renovation, there is no swinging door. It's a pocket door. So that helps out a lot and makes that little room a little bit bigger. I did like the fact that 3 people can get ready in, the bathroom vanity area. 2 at the sink and 1 in the shower. And, you're not on top of each other at all. There was a big closet. It was big enough for us to put our luggage in there and our shoes, and we hung up like the princess dresses and whatever we needed to hang up. It is big enough. They do provide extra pillows and a comforter that's on the top shelf of the closet. So these rooms were very dark. There was lighting, but it just seemed so dark with the dark wood furniture, and then the walls it wasn't dark, but it was it was that tan color that could bring out the darkness. The curtains are blackout curtains, but once you open the curtains, it lets the light in and it's brighter during the day. But at night, when you close those curtains or even just leave them open, it's still dark. The Savannah is dark. There's no lights on the Savannah, so there's no light coming into the room. You just have the lights that's on the walls. But all in all, we liked the room. I'm a little sad that they did change it, but at the same time, it needed to be changed. With carpet, I per se don't like carpets only because it holds a lot of allergens. So I'm excited to see how this wood floors look. And I'm excited to see how the room overall looks. Now, would we stay there again? Yes, hands down, we will stay there again. We love Animal Kingdom Lodge. From the atmosphere to the feel of coming in, to this lodge and just feeling at ease, so relaxed. They're playing the African music and it's not loud, but it's at a steady bass. And for some reason, even though it's drumming, it still feels very soothing. You're looking for a hotel where there's just quietness. Animal Kingdom Lodge is that place. With us being from New York, we're used to seeing just pigeons and a dog and a cat. Not seeing giraffes unless we're going to a zoo or something like that. So going to Animal Kingdom Lodge actually feel like we're on a Savannah. Disney does a great job immersing you into whatever they're trying to explain. And walking into Animal Kingdom Lodge is that perfect example. It's not every day you can say, oh, I stayed in a hotel. I was on the Savannah. I saw giraffes every day. I saw a zebra every day right off my balcony. You can't say that, So to go away and actually be able to see that is, in its own amazing. The atmosphere is so relaxing. It just it takes your trouble away. But then again, just being at Disney, it does take you away. You know, you feel like you're in its own little bubble and, you know, there's no worries, you know. So, you know, that's just being in Disney anyway. So would we go back to Disney? Yes. Would we go back to Animal Kingdom Lodge? Yes. Do we want to try another resort? Yes and no. I want to try another hotel, but that's just me and my curiosity to see what else is there. I know of the different hotels, but you know, I like to try new things. But Animal Kingdom Lodge will always be our number one resort. We will always return back to Animal Kingdom Lodge. So if you have stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge before, leave me a comment. How you like it? Would you go back? Is there anything that you would change to make your stay a little bit different? Will you continue to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge? I'm thinking for the next vlog is to do a planning vlog. So just leave me a comment and let me know if you would like to see a vlog on my planning for our Disney trips. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.